Hello guys, hello and welcome to this channel. I hope that all of you are doing good. I hope that all of you guys are okay. We're going to talk about CAF. Yes guys, Amona Awuko, a team ayikho, but we're still gonna talk about it, just look at who might make it. I've heard a lot of fans saying that they want to see all these teams making it so that they don't disturb us in the league as we do our job this side. We want them to progress so that they can keep their focus there, or to multitask as we focus on this task of winning this league. I've heard many people saying that. So yeah, that's what we are going to actually do today. Just looking at the possibilities, of what might happen. I'm going to start with CAF. I'm going to talk about Chiefs, and then we will move to Stellies, and then we'll move to Sundowns. And Chiefs, you have one job to do. Just like I said on my on the title of this video, you only have one job to do, Kaizer Chiefs. Really, just one job. If you can execute this job perfectly, then you guys are gonna make it to the next round. It's that simple. It's not simple, but it's that simple as I'm saying it. You win your next game. This game against Al Masry, you win this game 1-0. I'm telling you now, you are guaranteed a spot in the last 8. It's that simple. You guys started the year, you are winning 1-0. We now call you 1-0 FC. Well, this is where the 1-0 becomes very important. You've won 4 games in a row this year. All of them have been 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. You've been keeping clean sheets, and you've been scoring 1 goal, and you've been defending it and winning the games. Well, this is where the 1-0 is very, very essential. Beat Al Masry 1-0, I guarantee you, you have a spot in the last 8. You don't have to worry about the last game. Don't worry about the last game. Just worry about this game. Even if you lose the last game, 5-0, 10-0 against Zamalek, if you can win here 1-0, that's all that is required of you. And others will be like, what am I even saying? What does that even mean? Well, I'm going to show you what it means. Don't worry. I've got you covered. So the first leg, the first game, round 1, Kaizer Chiefs lost 2-1 away from home. And they lost, right? People were laughing. Chiefs lost. Well, this might have been a good lose because they scored this 1 goal. This goal that they scored away from home is the one that might work for them. That is why I'm saying win 1-0 at FNB. You will progress to the next round, but you will see what I mean in a moment. Just bear in mind that against Al Masry, Chiefs traveled to Egypt and lost 2-1. 2-1. That 1 is important. Second leg, second game, round 2, Kaizer Chiefs played a draw. As you can see here, they played a draw against Zamalek of 1-1 at home. Not good enough, obviously. At home, if you don't win, you must draw 0-0. You don't concede at home. That's very important in the Champions League, especially in the CAF Champions League, because the away goal rule still applies. It's still very, very important. Those things of away goal, what, they still work, especially in the knockout stages. That's where you will see their effect a lot. And then Kaizer Chiefs started to see some light now, as they've been, brutally abusing Zesco. They beat Zesco 1-0 last week, and then last week rather, because now it's a new week. And then last week, which was yesterday, last weekend, they beat Zesco again 1-0. So Chiefs, 2 wins, 1 lose, 1 draw, sitting on 7 points. Right. So what do I mean when I say they have one job? This is what I mean. You are now level with Al Masry. There is a possibility now that you guys might finish with the same points after those 2 last games. Now, if Chiefs wins 1-0 on Saturday, I think they're playing Saturday or Sunday, I'm not sure. If they win 1-0 against Al Masry, Chiefs will have 10 points. And they'll go above Al Masry. Al Masry will be here in position 3. And that's it. Even if Chiefs were to send all their DTC players, if they are registered, by the way, even if they were to send all their DTC players to play against Zamalek in their last game, it really will not matter, because if Chiefs wins 1-0, they've qualified. Yeah, a 1-0 win for Chiefs this coming weekend means that they've qualified. Because of what? Head to head. Number 8, CAF, they take preference, especially in the group stages. They take first preference is head to head ahead of anything else. We don't talk about goal difference now. We talk about head to head. So Chiefs, you lost 2-1 against Zamalek, against the Al Masry, sorry. If you are able to beat them 1-0, well, that's very good for head to head, because it simply means that you scored an away goal, which they didn't. It will be 2-2 on aggregate versus Al Masry, and we'll now be checking who scored away, because 2-2 is level, Pella. It's aggregate. It's 2-2. We're equal. But who has more? Which win has more value in terms of head to head? And you will see that the 1-0 win of Chiefs at home is better than the 2-1 win of Al Masry at home, because Al Masry conceded and Chiefs did not concede. So if Chiefs wins 1-0 this coming Saturday or Sunday, they will qualify. Even if they lose their next game, even if Al Masry wins against Zesco their last game 20-0, it doesn't matter, because they'll be level with Chiefs after those 6 games. And then what will be checked is the head to head. And when you check head to head, you will see that Chiefs lost 2-1 away. They won 1-0 at home. Now you know how away goal rule works. You know how head to head works. That's exactly what will work for Chiefs. 1-0 win. You've been winning 1-0, Vele Chiefs. Win 1-0 again. I dare you. Win 1-0. You are qualifying for the last 8. So that's what will happen. If you draw that game, well, I don't have to tell you, because you are going to play your last game against Zamalek. So this group, guys, is like that. We already know that Zesco is out. They are donors, these ones. They're donating for everyone. As you can see here behind me, it's just abo LLL nje robot lisavalile alivuli robot lala. Lisavalile laba baya donate. Ninga depend kubo Chiefs, because it's still possible for you to draw and then maybe you win your last game against these Zamalek who are having 2 wins and 2 draws in Egypt. Are you sure you're going to do it? I'm not sure. So for me, if you don't win 1-0 here, it's going to be a problem. If you win 2-1, it's also a problem. Yeah, because Al Masry is Stellies Zesco. So guys, in the Champions League, in the CAF Confed, first preference goes to head to head. Head to head is number 1 above it all. That's what matters the most before anything else. If head to head siyalingan, for example, Chiefs win a 2-1, nayo idliwe 2-1 angisho away, nayo iwine ekhaya 2-1, then that means we're equal. Then that's where they're gonna check the goal difference now. But the first preference is head to head. So if Chiefs were to win 1-0 against Al Masry this coming weekend, they will qualify by virtue of the head to head. But if they draw, then it's not good enough, because head to head will not work for them, because they lost first leg, 2-1. So a draw will not be enough. No matter what score it is, it won't be enough, because a win has more value than a draw. We all know that. If they lose, well, we all know what that means. But if they were to win 1-0, or maybe 3-1, you get what I mean, guys. You know exactly what I mean. Then, or 3-0, or 2-0, they will be sorted. So let's wait and see what will happen. But if Chiefs wins 1-0, even if they lose their last game against Zamalek, it will mean nothing. Al Masry na iyazi ukuthi final yabo le idlalwa this weekend final. So zizokhala FNB. I cannot wait mina ukubona ukuthi kuzoyenzakalani. But that's just about it, guys. So the chances for Chiefs to qualify, they are in that game. They have to make it. If it can be a draw, then obviously head to head doesn't work for Chiefs. Member, let me just display these comments here, because I also do love engaging with you guys. If it's a draw, let me just do this. If Chiefs draws with Al Masry, remember, Pella, it simply means that they will be on 8 points, both of them, and it simply means that head to head will work against Chiefs. Even if Chiefs beats Zamalek the last game and Al Masry beats Zesco, head to head ayibasebenzeli, because badliwe bona away and then badraw ekhaya. You get that, member. So if they were to be level and we now go to head-to-head, it will not make a difference. As I said, goal difference comes in after head-to-head. So if Chiefs wins 2-1, and then last game, let's say Chiefs wins 2-1, right? And then they move to how many points? They move to, now they're sitting on 7. They move to 10. And then maybe the last game they lose it against Zamalek. And then El Masri, Ishaya, Izesco. I'm just making an example. Then the head-to-head will be checked because now they will be level with points, right? Before the goal difference is considered, Sydney, they consider head-to-head. So they will check and see, with okay, the Chiefs idliwe 2-1 away, and then you win a 2-1 at home. So head-to-head, 3-3 on aggregate. 3-3. Yeah, 3-3 on aggregate, and it's the same. Head-to-head is equal. It's the same thing. There's no one who has an advantage. Then they will go to the goal difference now. That's where the goal difference kicks in. If head-to-head does not decide the tie, then goal difference will be considered. I hope that makes sense. You know, Ororisang, I don't think Chiefs and Sundowns will win anything this season. I really remember Tlavona, but that is the situation, guys. That is the situation. So just know that the game that is coming up this weekend between Chiefs and Al Masri, it's a final. That game will decide many things. If Chiefs loses that game, if Chiefs draws that game, then they might as well forget. Because tell me right now that Al Masri will lose to Zesco. Zesco that is losing to everyone. Zesco will lose 6 games in a row. I'm sure they're going to lose their last 2 games against the Egyptians. Chiefs beat them 1-0 home and away. Al Masri and Zamalek will beat them still. So Chiefs, your best bet is to beat Al Masri. And if you can, beat them 1-0 or 2-0. Or make sure Njeguti there's no draw. Make sure there's no draw. And try and make sure. This is another thing. Try and make sure that if you win, you don't win 2-1. Because that 2-1 win might work against you in the long run in terms of goal difference. Because these Egyptians, they will go and score goals there against the... I feel like Chiefs is going to be shy more than Lama 1-0. Izesco is the weakest. They should have beaten them more than 1-0. Manje, they beat them 2-0 home and like 1-0, 1-0. I think they could have inflicted more damage than that. But that's just me. Yeah, but because if it happens that they now look at goal difference, it might kind of work against them. For now, it doesn't, right? Because it doesn't. They are equal in that regard. As you can see on this table, goal difference says 1-1, Al Masri and Kaizer Chiefs. But now, Al Masri will know. And remember, if Al Masri is playing this game against Chiefs away, it means that they're going to play their last game at home. So this Zesco will travel to Egypt. Tell me that Al Masri will not even score those goals if it happens that they lose 2-1 at FNP. Now, they will think, Pelanabut, okay, we must now score goals. And we must hope that Zamalek beats Chiefs. So, Mina guys, to avoid all these confusions, Chiefs, that 1-0 that you've been getting, get it against Al Masri. You qualify. It's simple. If you fail to do that, hey son, it might become difficult for you. So that's it for you guys. It's not bad, is it? It's not that bad. Good morning, Khumuto. I hope that you're good. I'm doing great. I'm perfectly fine. So now we're gonna jump to Stellenbosch. I'm sure we're done with Chiefs. I hope you guys understand exactly what is going on with regards to Kaizer Chiefs, because I'm not going back there. But it's simple for them. They must just win 1-0 or 2-0 or 3-0. But just win. Just don't win 2-1. Don't win 2-1. Because that 2-1-ish might mean something else. Now we move to Stellenbosch. At home, they won 1-0 against Otoho Yase Congo, as you can see. So that was 3 points for Stellies. And then on round 2, what happened is that Stellenbosch, what happened? Stellenbosch drew away, which is very good. If you can't win away, just draw. And if you draw, get goals. If you are playing at home, if you are drawing, draw 0-0. So let's sing it up Black Stars Lena. It draw 1-1 1-1. So Stellenbosch got an away goal, which is very, very important, guys. Very, very important. It might work for you in these latter stages of the competition. And then they played Belouizdad away. As you can see, Belouizdad did not play with them. They beat them. And then the last game, Stellenbosch played who? Let me see. They played Belouizdad. Hey, Stellenbosch. Insha ekhaya 3-0 Belouizdad. Yo, insha 2-0 pin and shot 3-0. Belouizdad did not play with Stellies, guys. They beat them 3-0 at home. So Stellenbosch, I know it's clear that Belouizdad will win the group because head-to-head already is against Stellenbosch here. Let's see what's happening in this group of Stellies. So it's not bad for Stellenbosch. It's not bad. I mean, they drew with this team at home, away from home 1-1. This team is still coming to South Africa, so I'm sure Stellies will more them. And then they won this game, if I'm not mistaken. So Stellenbosch, even though you're at the bottom, I mean, you're just going to play these two. Just get the results and qualify. That's it. Just get the results and qualify. Belouizdad might win the group. Looks like they're going to win the group, but it's still a bit difficult to say, because there's still 2 games to be played, which if Stellies were to win those games, it puts them to 10 points, everyone. So they can still go above Belouizdad, mathematically speaking, but we all know that Belouizdad will make sure that they win their last game. So yeah, guys, kunzima la. Stellenbosch lana, the highest they can get is position 2. I don't think Belouizdad will fumble their next 2 games, because if they draw 1 game, then Stellenbosch cannot get to Belouizdad. If Belouizdad were to draw 1 game in their last 2, they are on 10 points. Then Stellenbosch, even if they win their next 2 games and be on 10 points, head-to-head works against them, against Belouizdad already. So they can't go above Belouizdad. They lost 3-0 at home. They lost 2-0 away from home. So I think Belouizdad will win the group, guys. Now it's a fight for the second spot, and I think it's still possible for Stellies to do their job. They still have a game at home and away. And I even forgot. I think they drew and beat. Pela, they've not lost to these 2 teams. Stellenbosch. Kune one abayishayile, kune one abadrewe 1-1 away. So I think Stellenbosch is more than capable of beating these 2 teams or getting a win and a draw and making it to the next round. I don't think it's gonna be difficult. I can speak. I don't even know if I'm speaking Sepedi or Sesotho or in. Ekatia ing member kishapu ka. You guys came for me and attacked me. My hair, what? I need to get a haircut. So you guys came for me. I asked you guys to send me money so that I can go and cut my hair. Not even one of you sent me even 20 rand nyana. So now I just cut my hair, Chiscope, still footing yangenela kanti ninjani. Asiyeni kuma Sandawana, guys. Ngifuna ukuyivala ke manje. Asiyeni kuma Sandawana. Esiboneni bona ukuthi what are the chances? What are their chances? Let me go to results here. Let me go to results and go all the way down so that we go back and see Sundowns in a 1 win kuma group stages. This is the only win they have. They won 3-1 at home against Limpopo. Hey, that one might work against you, but I don't think it will, as long as you still have points ahead of the team, because the only time these things of head-to-head and what will work is if you are level with points. That is why I emphasized a lot on that when I was speaking about Chiefs, because when you look at Chiefs and Al Masry, you will see that they are level with points. So that is why now they must think of the head-to-head. It must be on their minds. That is why their next game is very important. Sundowns won 3-1 against Limpopo at home. And then second round, as you can see, Sundowns drew 0-0 against MC Alger. This is good for MC Alger more than for Sundowns, because MC Alger is still going to come to South Africa, and if they were to score, maybe they are on level with Sundowns on points. Well, it might be a problem for Sundowns. They failed to score an away goal. MC Alger failed to win at home, but they still did not concede. So this is what you need to be doing in the Champions League. If you can't win at home, make sure that the draw is 0-0. and there's no away goal. And then the third game, Sundowns drew 2-2. Ooh, yeah, now Sundowns was starting to fumble now. At home, you concede 2 goals. 2-2 at home, Sundowns. This is where I saw problems that they were starting now. And then, when I thought maybe they just got worse, because here they lost 2-1 against Al Hilal. They drew 2-2 with Al Hilal in South Africa. They went to Sudan and lost 2-1. What does this mean for Sundowns? What does all of this mean? Well, it means that it's going to be hard for Sundowns, obviously. They've put themselves in a very difficult situation. Of course, Sundowns is in position 2, of course. But you see where they are now. This 4 and this 4 and this 5. Well, it's just 1 point difference. You know what that does? You know what it does? It gives this one and this one confidence. It gives this one and this one belief. Good time, man. No, man. Sundowns is going to keep a Muslim. Because tell me, Sundowns is playing this weekend against this Lupopo. And the Lupopo at home, go and check. They've not lost. They win, they draw. They beat Rulan Mukwena. They drew with the Al Hilal at home. They've not lost. So now they're going to be playing their last game at home against Sundowns. Is Sundowns going to beat Lupopo? It's going to be hard. I don't want to lie. It's going to be the hardest. They are, you see the way you were laughing at us when we lost to this Lupopo. You will see now. I'm not saying you will lose, but it's going to be hard to beat this team. This team is going to be hard to beat. So now, Lupopo might land the Sundowns. Say ne believe phela naye ukuthi hoy man. Sishaya iSundowns sithola u7. Siza phezukwa. Yebona ibelief ukuthi seyikhona. Same thing as MC Alger. They're playing their last game against Sundowns. Now they will believe. Obviously, it will depend on what MC Alger does when they play against the Al Hilal also. I think they're going to play at home. Yeah, they're going to play because the last game is away in South Africa for Rulani. So the next game is Al Hilal at home. Imagine if MC Alger does it. If MC Alger beats Al Hilal, then the last game in South Africa between Sundowns and MC Alger will be crazy. It will be crazy because Sundowns, it shows that it's a difficult opponent. You fail to beat them away, or Rulani. So now Rulani on a lifeline naye manje. So I believe and I would, oh man, I can make it, Musla. And it's possible for him to make it, So we shall see. We shall see, guys, how it's gonna go, We shall see. But this group has a lot of possibilities. These two. Sundowns is going to play MC Alger and Elo Lupopo. It's going to be hard because na bubayabona ukuthi awusala nge1 point Musla. Siyayishaya Sundowns siyaphezukwayo into ehluphayo. So kuzoba nzima. Especially the next game, the 5th game, game number 5, will tell us a lot of things. Because if Sundowns were to draw with Al Hilal, with Lupopo, and maybe MC Alger wins, then they go above Sundowns. But even if Sundowns draws and MC Alger draws, the last game will be between Sundowns and MC Alger, and it will still be 1 point difference. And they will know what head-to-head. Head-to-head won't work because they're behind Sundowns in points. But they will know what we win Sundowns, against Sundowns, we go on top. Hey guys, this group, anyone can still go to number 2. But let us talk about Al Hilal. Shout out to you. Aye guys, Al Hilal, hey. Abantu bebakhuluma nge-Sundowns, bakhuluma ngo-coach Rulani kakhulu. Good bazo. Now Al Hilal, they're continuing to do this, and they're not starting now. They've been doing this. They've been a problem. They've been a problem in this competition, Al Hilal. It's just unfortunate that when they get to the knockout stages, quarterfinals, semi-finals, they just seem to fade away and start to lose when they face other teams. I think last season they were eliminated by Al Ali, if I'm not mistaken, Al Hilal. But they are very strong, and here is proof. So Al Hilal, you have only one job. Yabona laba bayi-2 laba. Me MC Alger ne Lupopo. The highest they can get is 10. They have 2 more games. It's 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. That's the highest they can get. They can never get higher than 10. Sundowns, the highest they can get, 5 plus 6 is 11. The highest Sundowns can get is 11. So, what does this mean for Al Hilal? It's simple. Al Hilal, win 1 game out of your last 2. You will win the group. No one can go above you, including Sundowns. Yeah. Even if Sundowns were to win their next 2 games, a 1 win for Al Hilal is enough for them to win the group. Why? Again, head to head. Al Hilal yawini 1 game eyi-1 iya ku-11. Sundowns yawina 2 iya ku-11. Bazoba level ngama-point. I-head to head ithini? I-head to head ithi Al Hilal came to South Africa and drew 2-2. Iphinde futhi ithi Sundowns went to Sudan and lost 2-1. Therefore, Al Hilal head to head above. So Al Hilal, 1 win for you guys, you win the group. No one can take that number 1 spot. If Al Hilal, out of their last 2 games, one of them will be at home, one of them will be away. If they win just 1 more game, just 1 out of their last 2, they will be number 1, which means that whoever that makes it after Al Hilal can never make it, obviously can never make it to number 1. They're going to play number 1 of another group. So it's possible to have maybe a Sundowns and Al Ahly. I don't know. Group C plays which group winner, which runners up of Group C plays the winner of which group. I'm still going to check that. But that's what it means. Al Hilal just need to win 1 game and they will win this group. And then whoever that comes after them will play number 1 of the other group in the knockout stages. So this group just got more interesting because Coach Rulane is back. He was fumbling. Lose, draw, lose. He was fumbling. But because of this 1-0 win, 2-0 win that he got yesterday against Lupopo at home, then it means something. But this is a Lupopo that is wounded, and this is a Popo that has some belief in them. To say, oh, we beat Sundowns this coming weekend. We get to 7. We go above them. Then we have a chance. Yazi yamnandi lento. Kumnandi ku-Champions League, guys. So Sundowns, for me, they've kind of made things a bit difficult for themselves. Just a little bit difficult for themselves here. It's going to be tough. The last 2 games will be interesting to watch. So let's see. Homoto, definitely they have the experience. Remember, they've been playing this competition every season. So Sundowns does have the experience. They have to get things done. But the most important, next game, away from home. That game against Lupopo is the one. So let's see if it's going to work out. Sundowns is losing its unity in the team member, and it's affecting them only. It's not affecting them only in CAF, but also domestically, says Kumuto. Urorisang uthi Stellies should change their playing style to angilazi nale gama member to judge and pressing style. Yini judge and pressing style guys? Angiyazi yazi bafethu angazi yonke. What is judge and pressing style? I would love to know. Let me see what that means. High intensity football tactics where a team immediately swarms the opponents after losing the ball to win it. Okay, I get it. It's just another way to describe something like about counter pressing, when you obviously highly intensified, you press very high, you attack and you push, and then you lose the ball, you press immediately to win it back. Yeah, that's very important, member. Is coach Steve Kevin Hunt that type of a coach? Akitsebi, member. Akitsebi, but he's their new coach now, and he has good players, to be honest. He has amazing players there. Steve Parker can... Hey, they are playing Chiefs this coming week. Oh, I can't wait. Wednesday, ne? Yeah. Tomorrow we are playing, and then on Wednesday it's Stellenbosch and Chiefs. Don't forget. I can't wait to see Coach Kevin Hunt against the Chiefs with all those signings that they got. Yes, Abomabasa. Ooh, Kosi Nation. Zizokhala. And the Chiefs kuzoba nzima because ama-final ayi-2 phela abawadlalayo manje amakhosi. Le game ye-Stellenbosch nidlala away, and then nidlala ne-Stellenbosch nithi kuzoba nzima because last time banikhipha ku-Carling Cup ngiyakhumbula. So kuzoba nzima. And then it's not just that, it's a final because it's a knockout game. You lose, we are out of the Nedbank Cup as the defending champions. Imagine how embarrassing that will be. Chiefs must beat Stellenbosch, and it's a knockout game. And then after that, they must play Al Masry, and we've just gone through it. That's a final on its own because, guys, let me tell you this. Kaizer Chiefs, be careful, okay? Be careful. Take it from me. This week is very important for you because if you don't do well, you've been doing well, everyone is happy. but everything can change for you in just a week. Yeah, that's how football is. Chiefs have started this year perfectly. 4 games, 4 wins, no conceding. They've been winning 1-0 nicely. Kudos to you. But this week, everything can change. Everything. The fans can turn against you. You know how we are as South African fans. We don't play. So Chiefs, you must win against Stellenbosch, because if you lose, it means you're out of the Nedbank Cup. Chiefs, you must win against Al Masry, because if you don't win, it means that your chances of qualifying for the next round of CAF are done. So if Chiefs does not do well in their next 2 games, they stand to lose out on 2 trophies, and they'll only be left with the league. That's what I'm saying. They need to be careful. They need to be really careful. The next 2 games for Chiefs, very important. Very, very important, because it means they might continue in those 2 competitions, or they might get eliminated. If they lose to this Al Masry, or they draw to Al Masry, tell me that Al Masry will not beat this Zesco. Zesco is just donors, as I've said. So if Chiefs draws against Al Masry, they're in trouble. If they lose, they're in trouble. Even if they win 2-1, they're in trouble, because head to head, it will be equal. It will go to goal difference. Then we must check now what will happen with Al Masry and Zesco, and Chiefs playing Zamalek away. That will be tough. So Chiefs must win 1-0. Even if you win 1-0 against Stellenbosch, you win 1-0 against Al Masry, you are through to the next round in both competitions. But if you fumble, Vusi Pingwa, ngwazi kahle ke wena uyikhosi. Uyayibona lento engikutshela yona Vusi, uyibambe ungayikhohlwa. Ubatshele lapho bangayikhohlwa member. The next 2 games that you are playing, there's a possibility ukuthi niluza amakhapa ayi-2. Just like that. And uyazi now ukuthi kuyoba chaos. Uyazi ukuthi ninjani ke. Kuyoba chaos. So be careful. Those 2 games are knockout games. It's not a knockout game CAF, but it's a knockout game if so checkile wabona ukuthi hey sekusala amagame ayi-2. And ukuthi ama head to head. Hey, I can't wait. So I'm relaxed, Vusi. I'll be here to watch. Don't worry. I was just alerting you to say that anything yabona nje usakhuluma ngoClopp wena rorisang. Enjalo member. A very good coach. Akaze go Madrid. Yakhumbula Liverpool nayo. Hey, Liverpool was having a great season last season. And then in a space of a week they got eliminated in the Champions League. And then they got eliminated in another competition. I think FA Cup or whatever. Those cups nayo futhi baphuma. So it went from being the best to the worst thing. But they won the league. But anything can change now for you. When Vusi. Be careful. Yeah, we shall see, Khumuzo. I saw it and I saw some contradictory statements. Again, there's something that came from the Minister of Sports, Art and Culture, and then there's something else that was. So I don't know. Remember, we might be hosting it. I'm still not 100% sure. And why did they pull out? Also, I would love to know the reason behind that. I still have to follow that story and see exactly what's really going on. Interesting to see. But you see, remember, icon, guys, the Minister of Sports, Art and Culture said that it is not confirmed. If we're going to host it, after what happened with in Morocco, and then there is the Deputy Minister of Sports, Art and Culture who confirmed that South Africa will take over. So now the Deputy Minister is saying this, and then the Minister is saying this. So now I don't know where we stand. So I'm still waiting, Khomoto, for clarity on that, because there is something that Peace Mabe, as the deputy, said. She said, we are going to host. But the statement from the minister does not confirm that, So there's no decision. That's what they said. So that is why nami ngisalindile ngisafuna ukubona kahle ukuthi kanti manje kuyenzakalani ngoba i-deputy it, i-minister it, and akuhambelani manje. But yes, Morocco pulled off indeed. Let's see if South Africa will take over that. That would be great. In Group C, I only support the grass and the referees, says Rorisang Makwala. Hey, remember, kumnandi ku Champions League, yes, kumnandi. So I can't wait, guys, for the last 2 games, especially this coming one, the 5th one. Kuzoba mnandi. Ngiyayivala ke manje members, injalo lento. Catch you guys on the next one tomorrow. Don't forget Humutso. Don't forget Hloni Pops. We believe in him indeed. Don't forget Hloni. Tomorrow we are taking on Usuthu. Nathi nje leyo game inzima kakhulu. Kumele senze sure we're playing away. Authority Makatini says it's hard for them to get through these 2 games. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, remember. It's gonna be hard. We are facing Stellenbosch that is now gotten better. If you check them out, you will see Guti. Yeah, I know that they've just been losing now to Belus. That obviously you cannot compare the qualities there. You cannot really compare. But Stellenbosch has been doing well now. Let me check also, man. Let me just check also. Instead of just saying they've been. Let me just check their last few results and what's been happening. So coach akuhambi kahle for yena kodwa yazi uKevin Hunt ushaya isikhukhune kuphela, and then wadlala neBelus that home and away and abamiyekanga shem bamthela induku. So iChiefs is playing a wounded Stellenbosch lana because they've won 1 game in the league, which is the only game they played this year, and then they've lost 2 games in the Champions League back to back, which is Belus at home and away. Now they're gonna play Chiefs this coming Wednesday, and they know it's a knockout game and they have to beat Chiefs, and there's no one who has to encourage them. They know that they can. They know that they have to. They know that it's a big game, and if they win, nabo moral boosting for them. So it's gonna be a crazy game for Chiefs. Also, a lot of people or some people have been saying it's not convincing. Even Junior Kangimbonile ati uteni. Uyakhuluma uJunior man. Uthi ngathi bana 2-3 months bangajimi together in Junior. So imagine if they were to lose. So Vusi ziyakhala. Uzomkhona umabasa member lapho. Uzomkhona umabasa member. Bayesa bophili. I can't wait for that game on Wednesday. And then after that, it's Al Masry, which already did beat Chiefs in their back at home. So now can they do it away? We shall see. I can't wait. It's gonna be hard, Authority. I don't wanna lie. Ungawari ngosuthu wena warisha njenge-Stellies member warisha angawari usuthu member bafana bethu so badlisa uphuthu so bathuma uphuthu. Moses Mabhida indawo yethu uyazi nawe usekhaya phela lapha eMoses Mabhida Vusi angeke nje sidlale nabo labo nje so bathela induku lapho member wena nje nge4 ubambana neStellenbosch yeah I remember angifuna ukukhuluma kakhulu and into ewes udlala iDaniel Craven esazi lesa stadium lesa Vusi Stellenbosch sikuzela ngeingcondo la yazi Daniel Craven wena esazi lesa stadium bakuzele ngeingcondo vele ube careful member lapha I can't wait. So ngiyabonga kini bonke bafethu for being here. I'll catch you guys this week nje kuzoba mnandi ngathi nje khona into ezayo ngeke ngisho ukuthi yini khona into ezayo Vusi. Thank you Authority Humutso. Thank you there Rorisang Busi CV yenzeni CV Busi Busi Smith. By the time that February ends, the PSL schedule will be back to normal till end of the season. Indeed, member, everything will be level and sorted. So we will start to see a clear picture of what's really happening, especially because Pirates this month also, you have Sundowns, you also have Chiefs. Those are the games that can make you or break you. Chiefs and Sundowns will play Pirates this month. Can't wait. Thank you, Rorisang, Homuto, Shoni Pops, Sydney. Yeah, I already answered that question, Sydney. I'm going, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Danko.